everyone, how are you doing? This is Bonnie, the Crafty Connoisseur, and it is February 29th, 2024. That's kind of hard to say. Welcome to the Crazy House. I tried to pick a time where I thought the animals would all be asleep, but they're not. They're being extra loud today. The dogs are barking and the birds are talking. It's been a couple days of muggy, wet weather days, and today it is overcast, but it's sunny. It's overcast, not sunny. It's overcast, but it's nice out, and so yeah, they're being extra loud. And I guess Ivy Jane wanted to say hello too. This is Ivy Jane, and we're pretty sure she's going to be a mama in April. It'll be her first litter of babies. She's starting to get herself a little round tummy, so we're excited about that. And so I have my list right here of things I want to talk about, my show notes. Let's go ahead and start with the things I got done this month. The first thing I got done was Santa and Rudolph. That was a rotation I was going to do, and I'm still going to do it. I'm going to talk about it, but this is Santa and Rudolph. I got 333 stitches on it. Get out my board here. I'm going to try to be more organized if I can. If I was organized, I'd be like the one stitcher who has a little stick in the whole 9 yards, but I'm not. I hope that my voice is keeping up. I noticed that when I look at my other videos, my voice kind of goes down sometimes, and it's kind of hard to see. But I did the package. I did a little bit more on his ornaments. I did the snow underneath, it's hard to see. And I did the word Mary. And I got 333 stitches in it. So, this should have been done already. It is a shame that it hasn't been, because I started this in 2022. And here it is 2024, and I'm like 70% done. There should be no reason why this has not been done. It's not that big. So it's going to be part of my rotation that I'm going to be doing. And I'll explain to you about that. And while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to show you this neat little gadget. You've probably seen it before. If you're a quilter, you definitely have. But it's got numbers on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. See the numbers? If I point that way, you can see them. There's the numbers. And you just put your needles that you're wanting. Like, let's start with number 1. Here we go. Oh, I'm coming over again. Okay, this is number 1. So this must have a sponge underneath. But you see this little crack right here? You put your needle in there. And then you run it underneath this lip right here. This little lip right here. And then you put it through here. And then you turn it. And it keeps it underneath. And then when you're ready to use it, that color, you just slide it out and it's already threaded for you. So this is a neat little gadget. And the little lid, it stays locked. Or you can put it underneath while you're stitching so that you won't lose it. But I use these. I stitch by motif. So if I looked at this reindeer here, which I did, and I said, hey, I need to finish this package. Well, I look at the colors in the package, and I go with the first one that I want to do, and then number 2, number 3, number 4, whatever, and I put those needles in here, and I try to do that the night before that I'm going to stitch. And so that is how I use that, and it is such a blessing. It really is, because I have a hard time sometimes wanting to complete stuff because I don't have the stuff for it. So I got 333 stitches on that. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. The next one I did was Gifts for Santa. Oh, yeah. And I think I showed it to you on the last one, but I'm not sure. My last floss tube. This is Gifts for Santa by Madame Chantilly. And this is what I got done. I did the star. There we go. With the bow. And then the start of the package here. I was going to do all the stars in white. I'm not going to take it out because this is a big old piece. But I was going to do all the stars in white. But it disappears on this fabric. So I did a yellow. And I did this kind of tannish color. And then this package I did. And then they wanted white for the bow on here. But I'm going to do red like this on here. And then there's a little package underneath here. And the color they have, it just disappears. So I'm going to do a different color for this package underneath. But I got 333 stitches on that one. And that was a lot of fun. That's been a lot of fun. And here is the cover for that one, what it's going to look like when it's done. And I did the stars in the package. See how it disappears right here? It's just not a very clear. The colors she picked weren't very clear. So, so that one's done for this month. It probably won't come out for a couple of months, and I'll tell you why. Then I did one called Snow by Shepherd's Bush, and it got 2 days, Thursday and Friday of last week, and this is what it looks like. I think these older patterns, they don't give them justice in their pictures, but I thought it was so cute. And so, the only thing is I don't have the buttons. This didn't come with the buttons. I think I got it off the freebie table. But there's a place down the road from us called Raybon. And it's called Ribbons and Bows Oh My. And that's what Raybon stands for. And they have ribbon to make hair bows. They also have accessories that go on the hair bows. So I'm going to go down there and look at their little buttons and stuff. See if I can't find buttons like this for this pillow. We'll see. We'll see what we find. I don't think Joann's or Hobby Lobby have them like that, but because they've changed so much, I don't know. So I thought I'd go there. But this is what I got done. I'll get my little paper again. This is what I got done. And sorry this isn't more fluid. Some people just have it all together. I don't. You get what you get here. I changed the color of his heart. They had it in a beige, and it looked terrible. I just don't like that. I think this must have come from the early 90s, late 90s, something. But, anyways, in his, I don't know if I like the color of this hat. I've never seen purple hat before, but we went with it. And then the hands, I just made up however I wanted to. And then right here, this stupid thing keeps falling. Right here, there's going to be a heart button. And then these, I know you can't really see them, but that scarf was supposed to be white fringes, and I did the green of his hat because I thought it looked better. So all I have left is O and W, and I'll be done. And then a little bit of wording up here. That wording shouldn't take very long. Not sure how I'll finish it. I kind of like the little pillow, but if my dogs saw the pillow, they would think it was a toy and want to chew on it. So I'm not sure how I'll finish that. But I got 700 stitches on that in 2 days. So that, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that one. My next one that I stitched on since the middle of the month was the one I've been doing every day. And it's a Little Dove Year. And I finished the February block. I love how it turned out. I don't know if you can see it or not. That was a lot of stitching. It looks like, oh, you just have a little bit of red here, and you know, no. There's red and pink and blue, and she put all kinds. These roses are 3 different colors. But it's enjoyable. But this is going to go away. It's going to go in timeout. I like how Amy Loves Toads, how she has a little scrapbook where she puts her projects that she has UFO'd. She cuts them off and puts them in the project so that she can see what she's done instead of throwing it in the trash. But the reason why I'm UFOing this is because I do not like this border at all. I can't stand that border. It's an ugly border. I don't like the colors. There's 2 different colors in there. And then you have to carefully count every little stitch here. And then the other problem I'm having is that I grid my fabric. And the grid that they have on is off from mine. So I'm trying to match up the whole thing. It's just not enjoyable. So I'm going to UFO it for a while, and then I'm going to come back to it because I really do like it. But when I come back to do them, I'm going to do them without the border. So I'm going to be doing them individually. And that way, I can just get it done. I really like the little insides. And I did love, instead of February up here. So I really liked the insides. I just hate that border. So I'm going to UFO it and just strictly work on the one project every day instead of doing this daily, as much as I love it. So that's going to go away for a while. But the one I am working on, oh, that one got 1,250 stitches this month, and I was able to complete the month of February. So this is the one that I work on every single day. Let me take it out of the hoop so you can see it. I worked on it last night, so I got more done. So I didn't write it down, but it's called Just Married. Let's see if I can get this behind it. By Pori Batapori, and I'm really liking it. I'm liking how it's coming out. But this month I completed Married up here. It's hard to see in this, but you can see it. And then the lace part with all the hearts, I finished that. And then last night I finished all these little hearts down here on the banner. And then I worked on the banner string. I just fudged it, did it however I wanted. And then I did all these packages this month. All these packages. And then the thing I really was not enjoying this. Because all of this, it's a lot. the back stitching. And I have nothing against back stitching, but she had it all like real careful, and if you didn't follow it exactly, you'd be way off somewhere. And so I didn't know what I was going to do. And I talked to my friend Angie and showed her, and she said, Bonnie, you know how to backstitch, so just do it however you want. And so that's what I did. And so they're floating in the air because they're going to be coming off the back of the package, or the car. So there it is. I hope you can see the whole thing. It's really, I really have enjoyed stitching other than the back stitch. I got 1,071 stitches in that. This one. Hi, Ivy. Ivy's back. You might see her start making biscuits on me. Let's not do that, Ivy, okay? So let me put this away real quick. So that was my stitching for the month of February. Got quite a few stitches done. I'm enjoying how I'm doing my stitching. I think I already told you in one of my floss tubes that I'm stitching at night now and knitting during the morning. I'm doing my puzzles and my Legos before I cross stitch. And then I cross stitch after we're done eating dinner at night. So, and I put a goal on myself that I finish at 9 o'clock. That way I can get some crossword puzzles done or look at the internet or whatever before I go to bed. So, I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. I got to get something to drink. My throat is really... Okay, so I'm back. A little life update. Haven't been really anywhere this last half of the month. I went to probably a thrift store, and it's Humane Society thrift store, and I like going in there because all the proceeds go to the Humane Society, and we're big supporters of animals and everything like that. So David, my husband, got a couple of lighters. Somebody must have been had been collecting them and sold them. I'm not sure. But the Humane Society had them, and so he got one, and it was a little grenade, and when you open it, when you light it, it makes noises like a gun. And then he got a little gas pump, and it's really cute. So they look older. So he got that, and then we got a game called Sorry Twist, I think. And that's been a lot of fun. If you've ever played the game Sorry, it's fun. But it's a children's game, most people say, but we like it. And this one, you get almost to your home space. You've gone around the board, and you almost get to your home space, and then somebody gets a card to twist it, and then you have to start all over again. So that was a lot of fun. Let's see here. I think the last time I filmed it was the day before Valentine's. So I had a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I hope everybody out there had a wonderful Valentine's Day, even if you don't have a Valentine's. If you had friends, got together with friends or family, it's a lot of fun. And so for our Valentine's, we didn't know what we were going to do this year. All our children are gone. Looks like my eyebrows are messed up. Anyways, that's not anything to be talking about while you're cross stitching. But can you tell I have OCD? Anyways, so we decided that we were going to make a special dinner rather than go out. We thought about going out, but we decided to do a special dinner. And my husband David picked the meat. I picked the side dish, and then we both picked the vegetable, and then we had a dessert. So David picked, I think it was pork chops, I'm not sure. And I picked choice baked potatoes. Those were so good. I made them into little muffins, and they were just right. And then we picked peas. We were going to do broccoli and cheese, but we decided to do peas because we like peas. And then I made a strawberry lasagna, and that was really good. My friend Angie shared the recipe, and it was so good. The only thing was that my husband got the last strawberries, and they were not ripe. And it tasted fine, but they were a little bit, you know how when things have sat overnight, they get kind of softened? These weren't softened, they were still a little crunchy, but it was very, very good. So if you would like the recipe, just message me and I'll get that to you. It was really easy and really good. Let's see here. I've been still working on my puzzle, my Coca-Cola puzzle. I'm about to give up on the thing. I put it away once already, and then I got it back out and said, no, I'm not going to give up on this. And I tried it again, and it's just a puzzle that everything looks the same, you know, and it's really hard to do and it also, the pieces, they don't fit exactly. So it could be this piece goes here, and then you realize, no, this piece should have been here. And some things look like it should be right side up, and they're upside down. And if I'm not enjoying something, I probably should just put it away, right? So I might put up that puzzle for now. I hate to give up on things, but I've tried it twice, and it's just not working for me. I love it because it's a vintage looking thing, and I was going to put it up in the game room. We have a game and puzzle room, but I think I'm going to put it up and do something else. I'm not sure what. Okay, let's talk about my rotation that I'm going to be doing. I started something new, and I think it's going to work for me. I've been trying it for the last 2 weeks, and it seems like it's working out fine for me. I'm going to do okay, so Just Married is going to get Sunday through Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday is going to be my rotation. So instead of just giving it a Saturday, I'm going to give it a Friday and a Saturday. So I am going to be working on Santa and Rudolph. And then the next week, I'm going to be working on Snow. And I'm going to be rotating those until I get them done. And I really do think I should have them done by April, if not in the middle of April. There's not a whole lot left on them, and I do want some finishes. They're my closest ones to be finished, and so I'm going to do 2 weeks on one and then 2 weeks on the other. And the way I'm going to do it is Santa and Rudolph get Friday and Saturday, and then the next week will be what did I say? Snow. And that'll get Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll switch it again, and then I'll switch it again, and until they're done. And so that's the way I'm going to do it, and I think it worked out really well, because I was able to say, hey, I want to work on this motif and get it finished. That's my goal until 9 o'clock tonight, and that's what I've been doing, and I'm really liking it. Also, I have something new I'm going to do. I've been hearing about it. I think different people have talked about it on the internet, on different floss tubes. So I asked my friend Angie if she wanted to do it with me. I hadn't heard about it until I was watching somebody, and I can't remember who it was. But you start a project on February 29th, which is today, and then you take 4 years to complete that project. And so I decided that's what I was going to do. And I went through a bunch of different projects because, you know, you can get a really big project done in 2 years. I mean, 4 years. Sorry. Till the next leap year. So that'd be 2028. It should be completed. And so I went back and forth, and my husband and I were picking, and I let him pick out of a jar and different things, and he picked Praiseworthy Stitches December Snow, and I was going with that. I had all the threads picked out, I had the material picked out, everything like that, and I got to thinking, you know, I have a lot of winter and Christmas already. I'm stitching everything winter and Christmas this year, and I wanted something that we could have year round, and that just wasn't going to work. In the December Snow, they have Santa across the top, and I didn't want something just hung up for Christmas, so I could have taken off the Santa, and I'm just rambling right now, but anyways, I could have just taken off the Santa, and then it would have just been children playing in the snow in the city and stuff. But after winter, you have to put it up. So I was thinking, well, what could I do? And my husband had seen Stony Creek Snow Submarine, and he wanted to do me to do that one really bad, and I love that one. I wanted to do that one. But the problem was, it's a full coverage piece, and I did not want to do the sky and the ocean. It was just a lot of different color stitches, confetti stitches, and I can't stand that. I did that one time, and I swore I'll never do it again. So I was going to try to dye the sky and then dye on the bottom half the ocean. But that would have been really hard to do. So my husband said, no, you know, there really isn't anywhere to put that up in the house. And he's right. It's a cute piece, but, and I am going to do it one day, but not this year. And so I said, well, what about this one? Because I was scrolling through I think it's Stitch Express. I pay $10 a year for that, and I put in all my patterns. Took me a long time to put in my patterns, but I was scrolling through my patterns and thinking, what could I do? What have I really wanted to do? And I came up with this one. It was you can't really get to see it too well because it's a magazine piece I bought off of a Cross Stitch D-Stash. The lady takes pictures out, or graphs, patterns out of magazines and puts them, or sells them. So I think this is by Praiseworthy Stitches, and it's a baseball one. And I seen it done completely at StitchCon a couple of years ago, and it is so cute. And when I showed it to my husband, he goes, oh yes, I want you to do that one. And so it is, let me look at what size it is. It is 227 by 106, so it's not a huge piece, but it's one that's got a lot of different little graphics and stuff on it. And so I thought, this is perfect for a 4-year piece. And I think when I'm done, we will put it up in our game room and puzzle room. But I just love these colors. And then I found a piece of fabric I think will be perfect for it. And it's kind of it looks tan, but it's really like a pinkish brown. But I think that's going to be perfect for it. Here's the picture. I don't know if you can see it or not. But anyways, I think this is going to be the perfect. So today I'm going to have to grid this. And then I'm going to, I have to translate or get all the DMCs for this. Find the equivalent DMCs, because she has it all in Weeks Dye Works and Gentle Arts colors. So I'm going to go on their websites, or I forgot what website that is, that you go on there and they tell you the equivalent of each one of these, the DMC colors. So that's what I'm going to do today. And then I'm going to put the first stitches in it today. So I can say I started on February 29th. Even if I get just one stitch in there, it will count. So couldn't decide how I wanted to divide this up in pieces, you know, how people do, like into squares and stuff. And I asked if there was a program out there that did that kind of thing, and nobody could think of anything like that. And so I wasn't sure. Somebody suggested, I think everybody that I asked my different Facebook groups, they thought I was going to get it done in a year. But this is 4 years. And so I finally decided I'm just going to take, you know, say I want to do this tree. Well, I have 3.5 months to complete this tree because we divided out the stitches and everything. And of course, this isn't going to take me 3.5 months, but you know, I can take it out periodically and stitch on it and get it done in 3.5 months, then move on to the next part. So that's how I'm going to do that. I hope that made sense. It's a little hard to explain, but I'm excited to do that. And then the last thing I've been doing is, oh, that's 14 count, so it's going to be a pretty good size, and that's okay because that's what we want. I did a little bit of knitting. I'm knitting a little baby hat. It's kind of hard to see because it's all in white. It's by a Spanish lady. It's turning out really cute. I don't have any babies right now for the hat, but I figured for future grandchildren, I'd go ahead and make some things and put them up. Oh, I wanted to show you these stickers I got for my calendar that I use to put my stitches on. My planner. Here's my planner. I use the stickers in my planner to decorate each month. And these were 45 cents a piece. So I went ahead and grabbed them up. And I like anything vintage. So I'll just show you a couple of them. They're different. They're waterproof, so you can put them on water bottles or whatever. But I got some Valentine ones for next year. And here's the little lamb. Isn't that cute? And the little bear. I love these old-time Valentines. Let's see what else I got in here. I got a little mouse with her cup of coffee. But they had a lot of cute little things. Here's a little girl. A little vintage little girl. So I got a whole stack of these that I can pick out of. Some Halloween, some summer, some that are just, you know, like here's the whole package. And at 45 cents a package, that's not bad. So I went ahead and got all those to put on my calendar and also to put on my water bottle. I like to decorate my water bottle. Man, it's so dry. I don't know what the problem is. But there we go. They didn't have a lot of haul this month. I'm trying to not spend a lot of money. I think I already showed you the Nora Corbett Joy that I'm going to be doing. I showed that at the first of the month. I really can't wait to start that one. But I've got a lot of other things I have to get done before I can start that one. So, the games that we've been playing, my husband and I have been playing, I got him for Valentine's one called Rivals for Settlers of Catan. And it's a deck building game, which means you build cities and different things. You win by having so many victory points. And it's really hard to explain, but it's been a lot of fun. And it's really hard to get games that are just for 2 players. We play different games, but it's you know, the games that are a lot of fun if you have more players. So that one is really fun for just 2 players. And then he got me a couple of Uno games, and I love Uno, and one was called Uno Wild, and it's just all wild cards. You can pick any color you want, or you don't even have to pick a color, you know, you just lay it down. But then it has penalty cards, and so that was a lot of fun. And then there was Uno, I think it's called No Rules, that one was a lot of fun too. We played that with my future son-in-law and my daughter. So that was fun. And then David also got me, I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd to the, I'm not a nerd to the gothic sense, but I'm a nerd. I like different things that most people don't like. I like puzzles and crossword puzzles, and I love my Switch, which is my handheld game, and I love Legos. And so my husband got me some Legos. I seen them on Marketplace and got them, and they were really, really dirty. They must have been in somebody's barn or outside, and so we washed them all up, and I've never seen so many ladybugs in a bucket of Legos. But anyways, so I've been sorting through those in the evening, and I like to sort through them, and then I have some booklets that I got that don't go to a particular, it didn't come with a set, so I've got all these Legos that I can pull my Legos out, or pull what I need from the booklets and make things. And so here I am rambling again. I'm so sorry. So that's what I've been doing with my Legos. And then I have a couple of book recommendations. I finished The Frozen River by Ariel Lawhorn, and I did that was an ebook, and I talked a little bit about it in my last floss too, but that was a really good book. I highly recommend that. I think I would give it probably a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It just kept me guessing the whole time and kept me really interested, and that's kind of hard to do. And so it was a mystery. It was a mystery, but it was also nice not to have all kinds of romance fluff, you know. It was about a midwife and her husband and their family, and it just was a good it was just a good book. It kept me guessing, and even in the end, I was surprised about what happened. So that was Frozen River, and then I'm listening to right now while I do my puzzle one called Bluebird by Sharon Cameron. And it's about a girl that's come over from Germany with her friend, and her friend is not mentally right because she had some things done to her during the Nazi occupation, and so she is not mentally right. So she is sworn to take care of her friend because she thinks it's her fault that these things happened to her friend. And she's come over to America she has a plan in mind, a goal in mind that she wants to accomplish. So it's a really good book. It's a thriller, kind of like a undercover. It's really, really good. And so I'm still guessing about what's happened with her. But, and then the library contacted me finally after 3 months, and I had a book on hold. It's called The Water Keeper by Charles Martin, and I went ahead and checked it out. My mind is not right today at all. I'm really tired. But anyways, and it's about a man that lives on an island all by himself, and he rescues a woman out of the water, and her daughter is missing. And they said they're afraid that she has been taken by modern slavery, which of course we know is the sex trade. And so they're going to go find her. I've waited for 3 months for this book, like I said before, and it sounded really, really good. So I've read a book by Charles Martin before, and it's called The Crickets Cry, something like that, and it was really, really good. So I'm sure this is going to be really good. I also, wrapping it up, I also want to mention a floss tuber I just found, and she's really, really good. She doesn't have a lot of followers, but her name is She Bees Stitchy World. So it's SHE hyphen bees with an apostrophe S Stitchy World. So BEE apostrophe S Stitchy World. And she has like 250 followers, but she's really, really good. She shows a lot of organization on her charts, how she organizes them, and how she organizes her kits. She does a lot of Halloween stitching. She'll tell you she does a lot of holiday stitching, but mostly Halloween. But still, I really enjoyed her tips on how to organize things, and I really like her stitching. And she just is an inspiration to me, because a lot of times I feel like I'm hurting too bad to cross stitch, and she's got a lot of issues that she talks about, health issues that she talks about, and she's just an inspiration to me to go ahead and stitch and get stuff done. And if her limitations don't stop her, mine shouldn't either. Also, I was watching a girl this month, and I don't even remember who it was, but she said it amazes her how, you can take just a plain piece of fabric like that, and there's nothing on it, and make a masterpiece. And it might just be your masterpiece in your mind, but it's a masterpiece. And I thought that's a good inspiration for me. I never looked at it that way. And another person said to just do one stitch at a time and you'll get it finished, and that's true. So that's really inspired me to get some stuff done, because I have a lot of things that's languishing. I think I have 30 projects, and I really want to get a lot of Christmas things done this year. I've mentioned that several times. Not Christmas necessarily, but winter, Christmas this year. And so just one stitch at a time, and you get a lot of things done. And I hope that'll help you out too. So this brings us to the end of my floss tube. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I rambled quite a bit, and I'm sorry about that. Oh, I wanted to show you something before I finish, and then we'll wrap it up. I wanted to show you something that I started doing, and then my friend Angie found the same thing, and she's going to start doing it too. But I found this, and I'm sure you all remember these old Samsonite. You used to put your lotions and powders. I remember my mom having one of these, and I think they're called a train something or other. But anyways, I found it, and they're expensive on the internet. People are looking for these things, and especially if they have, the inside is good shape and everything. They're redoing them, and anyways, so what I decided to do was put vintage sewing notions in here. And here's a bag I have. My sister gave me that. Lady made it, and that cute. So she took somebody's embroidery and made a bag out of it, and then the inside of the bag is waterproof. But I have like this vintage sewing kit in there, and it has the old scissors and all the old threads and everything in there. And then, so that's what I'm putting in there, is just vintage. When I go to the secondhand store and I find these old sewing kits and old notions that you can't find anymore. Like, here's one that talks about bobbins. Just, little pins and just little things you don't see anymore. Old snaps, 25 cents. Those aren't snaps, those are fasteners, but here's the old snaps. I think it says 19 cents. Yep. And then the old wheel thing that you marked your patterns with. old needles, circular needles, $2. Looks like it was marked down to 60 cents. What a deal. And then these old hand sewing needles by Singer, 30 cents. So that's what I have in here, just old things that I like to look at and enjoy. Let's see here. Oh, here's a sewing kit that looks like a matchbox, where you put your matches in. So I thought I'd show you that. I just thought it was something neat that I'm doing, and I'm putting it up. I'm going to fill it up when I see it, because, you know, people just don't, they just want to throw this stuff in the trash, and I find it interesting. So, anyways, just have a good day, and I'm going to go get some stuff done. I'm going to grid my fabric and put that stitch in to start my new 4-year project. And just remember, my motto for this year is peace. I'm going to have peace in my life. I've had a lot of things happen this past year, and I'm in the grieving stage, and it's been hard, but I'm going to have peace in my life, and I hope you have peace in your life too. If you enjoy my floss tube, sometimes I can't think, my brain doesn't think right, but if you enjoy my floss tube, please subscribe and recommend it to others, and just have a great next 2 weeks, and I will see you in 2 weeks in March, and have a great day. Bye-bye.